Hi, welcome. My name is Kendall, and here's my box of Post-it notes. What is on these Post-it notes? These are all different questions, concerns, issues that my clients, my community members, and myself often face when dealing with content creation. The folks that I work with and me, we are all low energy entrepreneurs, meaning there is something about us or multiple things about us that mean we just don't have the energy to do all of the things, maybe not even half of the things. Most of us here are working with neurodivergent brains, so our brains work differently than the way a lot of strategy is presented to us for content creation, business, creativity, working, adulthood, life, things like that. So a lot of stuff comes up as we try and run our businesses and create content posting on the internet. And this little box is my way of kind of slowly but surely making our way through a lot of these common things that I hear over and over again from my clients. These come up for me. And I just want to talk you through how I would approach them from my low energy entrepreneur focused lens, and also from the perspective of disengaging from perfectionism, because that is usually the number one thing that's coming up that's feeding us these sort of rules that feel so constricting and overwhelming that prevent us from being able to get anything done. So, okay, let's see what we get next. All right. Okay. What if it feels too scary or overwhelming to post? So I think when I wrote this one, I was really intending it to be like you might have sort of a baseline level of anxiety or nervousness about a new post, even if you post every single day or you've been posting for years, you feel comfortable pressing publish on something. There might still be a little bit of I don't know what people are going to say. I don't know how this is going to be received, whatever. This is when you feel uniquely overwhelmed by the prospect of putting something on the internet, or it might be just the entire content creation process, visualizing it feels really, really daunting. Or maybe you are in a situation where you are going through stuff, or you just have a lot going on mentally and emotionally, so your tolerance and capacity for being vulnerable on the internet is non-existent. Honestly, when someone comes to me feeling like this, usually my first invitation is to not post, to take a break. That is totally allowed. You are not going to lose your entrepreneur title. You are not going to lose your status as an artist or creative or human by sometimes deciding that the best thing for you would be to not post on the internet. That is a very, very, very valid choice to make. Now, and the reason I would initially recommend that is because this feels, if you feel so overwhelmed by the prospect of having to put yourself out on the internet, we need to tend to some other needs other than figuring out how to get you through content creation. That's usually a signal to me that some basic care tasks and nourishment would be really, really, really supportive for you right now. And just checking in with what does your physical, mental and emotional capacities, what do they need right now? Because they seem pretty depleted, or your nervous system seems pretty activated. So what can we do to help you regulate, help you nourish yourself? All that being said, we live in a world where you have to pay to be here, which is so fun. That was sarcasm. So there are going to be times, and especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, and you are paying your own bills, there are going to be times where everything is a hot mess express in your life, and you feel extremely depleted and burnt out, but you might still feel I need to post to continue to promote this thing or to find more clients or whatever. So this is where, when it's a situation where your capacity is at zero, but for whatever reason, whether it's just your own personal, I need to do this, to to take care of myself, or there's some other reason that means like you still need to get some content out there, this is where we activate like our super, 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 super bare minimum content ideas. And that is like, that could be another video. That's like a whole other exercise that we could do, that I often do with my clients, is to figure out like, what does absolute bare minimum, lowest energy possible needed look like for you? Some off the top of my head examples could be reposting old content, could be like taking, you know, a photo or a video from one post and then a caption from another if they're still on the same topic, and just marrying them, and then boom, you have a new post. You know, if you kind of make more elaborate graphics or videos or something like that, doing a way scaled down version or something. And actually, even as I say that, I'm like, you know what, if you were this overwhelmed, I would say that I would want you, like, this sounds bad, but like creating as little as possible, meaning like I would want you to not have to like really pull your mind through the process of like having to make decisions about like, what are you going to say? What are you going to film? What are you going to like edit or take a picture of or whatever? So I would really say like reusing old content would be like a really, really good go-to option in this situation. So that is what I would do. And if you can, I would find a way to take at least some sort of break, if not a longer one. You deserve it, no matter what.